Okay, guys, the next part of the analysis of brief is the mind map. Okay, so in the mind map, you need to think of there's a few different points you need to mention. Okay, so again, the few points you need to mention, you need to talk about the shape of it and how it looks, appearance, function. So how does it work? So you're going to be looking at different ways for that. Okay, so you're going to look at different shapes. So again, you could have one that's just sort of like a milk carton, something like that. Again, loads of different things. You want to be coming up with maybe sort of at least 3 for each. So obviously for your mind map. So again, your mind map's going to come out something like that, and then you're going to have 3 from each of those. Just questions or facts or something like that. So again, if you're looking up, you could say, "What if you want you for shape?" You could have something like, I'll just do it here. So we're going to come up with shapes, also known as form. So I'm just going to write in shape. One thing I could have is what shape is easy to hold. So what shape is easy to hold? And then another thing from that again I could have is, again, I want to have mine this sort of a shape here. So again, I've just included a drawing and I've included a question. Another thing I could say is, like, you could say maybe the IRFU use this sort of a shape, or this one uses this sort of a shape. Again, they don't need to all be interlinked. They can be up and hip. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter as long as it's again, it's very, very broad. So sorry, form function. User requirement. So what does the what do people what will it be used for? Then you're going to look at different materials. When it comes to materials, key things you need to talk about are sort of again materials that will not affect the water, so they do not, so they're safe for food. The likes of PVC is absolutely not, while the likes of polyethylene is perfect. PVC leaches out chemicals into the water, which is a disaster. PET, that's your all your water bottles, your different Coca-Cola bottles, things like that. They're all PET. There is other ones as well, polypropylene, all these sort of stuff. Again, you need to look at the properties of these. Again, are they easy to break? That's something you can write down for materials. So I'm gonna write that down on my mind map. So you have materials. So it needs to be able to absorb shock. So again, if we went and made it that it was made out of a glass jar, no good. You drop it because it's dust. Materials, no chemicals. And then you could go on and say something like lunch boxes are made from polypropylene or PET. Usually the lid is made from polypropylene and the clear part is made from polyethylene. That's called. Okay, so again, if I've put in a fact and I've put in sort of 2 different things, so it needs to absorb shock, needs to, again, you can talk about materials. So again, what materials are colourful? Straight away there, like question, I've a bit of research, fact. Okay, so again, this is what you're doing with the analysis brief. Very, very broad. Keep it nice and broad. Materials. So again, how is it made? This will be very short. Again, you're going to be looking at, again, the likes of bench tools are out of the picture. You need to be looking into sort of bottle factories and things like that. Okay, so again, you have form, function, user requirements, materials, performance requirements, sustainability. Okay, so sustainability is another thing that sort of links in with the materials. It links a wee bit in with materials. Okay, so sustainability again, you're going to talk about. So again, these are reusable. So you're going to say they're reusable. Anyone that goes on to do engineering or anything to do with design, sustainable design is so critical. So again, sustainable design is talking about using as little as possible, using little material, recyclable ones. different things again. Recycled material doesn't tend to be used for water bottles because it can be dangerous because there could be something else in it. So again, these are sort of the two things. If there's anything else you can think of, absolutely. Again, the ones we have are reusable, so again, straight away it's already sort of ticking a box when it comes to sustainability. Okay, so I'm just going to let back at my map. Okay, so I'm not going to do them all, guys, because it's just I'm not going to have space in this marker. The tip of this marker is too big. So how does it work? So again, you can talk about again. So how does it work? So again, it's usually you squeeze them, don't you? Usually have a push top on them. Or else you have ones that's like the rugby ones are like it's like a spray thing. It sprays into the mouth, prevents germs spreading out. So what's its use? So again, sports. You could ask a question there. Where else could it be used? You can maybe say, could it be used in school? Sports, running, maybe somewhere else like that. You have where it be used? Materials. You could throw down something like this: PET, polypropylene. So again, I've thrown down two materials that are used already. Again, they need to have no chemicals. And I could say PVC out of the picture. Okay, so again, straight away, I've put down materials. Again, try and put at least 3 points on each. Again, how is it made? So we're talking about processes. Again, I know for a fact, so again, bench tools out the window. There's different things like blow molding is how it's used. You can use this if you want to, guys, because this is a bit tricky. I'll be going through when we go back. Blow molding will be used. Injection molding as well. For the likes of shape, you could talk about colour as well. And straight away there, again, look, I have my map right there. It's spoke about loads of different aspects of this in the regards our project. Okay, this is always needed in the analysis of briefs. So you start off with a collage, you start off, then you have your mind map, and then you have the criteria. Okay, so guys, just nice and neat like that. You can type it, you can go on, there's loads of different mind map software online, or you can write it like mine, but again, try and keep it nice and neat so I can scan it in. Okay guys, thanks.